The hell is going on out there in them streets, man? What's good, man? What y'all got going on? What it do? Oh, Ray Nail. What's going on, Ray Nail? You finally showed up at the party, huh? Oh, ain't no doubt, man. I couldn't do nothing but keep it real on that blue couch, man. Y'all already know how that go, man. Blue couch or no couch, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt. Somebody got to do it, and that's for real. I already know it, Ray. You already know. I know what you gonna do. You ain't gonna do nothing else but work. And that's for real, man. What's up, Steve? It's always solid on my end of the field, man. I'm just tapping in for a few minutes, man, to see what the people got going on, man, since I ain't been live in a while, man. But y'all already know one thing, though, man. My life ain't no different from the next person, man. If I stay in, I ain't not gonna get paid. So guess what? I got to go out the same way like everybody else do. And that's for real. But yeah, what's been going on, Ray Ray? Oh, Ray Ray, man, my motherfucking homeboy, man. I ain't heard from him in a while. And that's for real. Yeah, like I say, man, I ain't been doing nothing, man. Y'all already see what's going on with me, man. Oh, yeah, everything is all good, man. Y'all give me something I can use, man. I know y'all been out. What's going on out there in that street? Y'all see what I put the title in that Texas heat, man. Y'all better stay out of that heat, man. That heat gonna send you somewhere you don't want to be, man. And that's for real. And we can't have that, man. We can't have you waking up on that pavement. For all those that's tapped in, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Y'all know the rules of engagement, man. Do not come in here without hitting the like button. And that's for real. Because if I'm gonna come in alive, the way you show respect is you hit the like button. Because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't be here. Come on, man. Y'all been doing this shit longer than me. I told y'all acting brand new, man. Ain't no doubt. And that's for real. Yeah, man. Ray, you got to, it's too hot out there, man. Even the homeless people trying to find somewhere to be, man. Even the homeless people trying to find somewhere to be, man. It's way too hot, man. And for anybody that tap in, they ain't out of Texas, man, that shit is for real. When they say don't mess with Texas, they talking about the heat, the system, all that shit. What's up, Fofo? Y'all ain't been on in a minute, man. I ain't been on in a minute, Fofo, man. You already know, man. When I ain't on here, man, that mean I'm putting some work in somewhere, man. And that's for real. Because the only way you keep the cheat out for you, man, you got to go out there and get it, man. Because anything else, guess what? It's uncivilized. And I damn sure ain't finna break the law. That shit is over with. I'm convinced, guess what? The law enforcement is for real. And just like that old song say, if you can't do the time, don't commit the motherfucking crime. That's me. I can't do no more motherfucking time. And that's for real. Yeah. Can't do no motherfucking more time, man, because guess what? When you get to a certain age in life, you understand this right here. You got to keep it real with yourself. Anybody that's a certain age in life, if your ass go to prison, you're going to die now. Ain't no getting out. So heed my warning, man. Don't do it. And that's for real. Man, going on, Project, man. What's up? It ain't too many people call me Wood. So, and that's facts, man. Say, Ray Ray. Yeah, man, get at me, man. You already know where to reach me at, man. You know where to reach me at, and that's for real, man. And that's real, man. Yeah, y'all stay free and stay up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Oh, say he 37, man. You already knew that shit, man. You better believe it. And I always tell people, man, you ain't never got to go to prison, man. I went for you, shit. I did 25 years for the people, man. So take my shit and run with it, man. And that's for real. Me and a whole bunch of people I know. So you ain't never ever got to go to jail, man, and get locked up, man. That shit for suckers, man. Everything a nigga want out here in the free, man. Ain't shit dying up, man. That's why I say, if I don't know nothing else in this world, guess what I do know? I'd never fuck with that system again. I'd never ever fuck with that system again. That bitch showed me it was for real. That's the most realest thing in the world. You know how motherfuckers be saying keeping it real? They gonna keep it real with your ass. they gonna keep it so for real with your ass. By the time they finish fucking with you, you'll already know that it's real on top of real. And that's facts. So my advice to anybody that's out there fucking around, man, better pull up. You better pull up. Because once they hit that motherfucking matic in that courtroom, it's over with. And I don't think too many people can stand up under no motherfucking whole bunch of time. Especially when they talking about you gotta do 1/3, 1/4, half, and all that shit. That's too much for the average person, man. But anyway, that's another story, man. I just really was checking in to check on my people, man. Make sure y'all ain't out there in that heat, man. Trying to be no motherfucking superhero. Because that shit ain't for nobody. Anytime you see them homeless people trying to find somewhere to go, you know that shit for real. You know it's for real. But check this out. I'm going to open that day room at 8 o'clock tonight, man. Y'all show up. Show up to the day room tonight. It's going to open up at 8 o'clock. Y'all see it open up on, I had a surprise open up on y'all ass the other night. If you on here and you watched the day room the other night, put a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 if you watched the day room the other night. If you think there was something, watch this motherfucker tonight when I open it up. Just keep your eyes peeled for the fly, because I'm finna get ready to drop it in a minute. I'm finna get ready to drop it. So like I said, if you watched the day room the other night, put a 1 in the chat. And I know some people on the right in here now watched it because it was over 100 and some people that watched it. And we going back in tonight, man. And that's for real. And like I always tell y'all, man, it don't matter who in here. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever, how many people in here, hit that like, man. Because I ain't going to be here long. I'm not going to be in here long, man. I ain't got no long speeches. I ain't got nothing slick to say. I ain't got none of that shit to say. All I do is come over here and keep it 110, man. And give you an update on what's going on and what ain't going on. That's all I can do. I ain't on here to try to talk slick, convince you to do some shit that you don't want to do, because you already know what you're going to do. And half of the people on this YouTube ain't no kids. We all grown. So I ain't here to try to convince you not to go out there and commit no crime. I ain't trying to make you buy any shit. But I will tell you this. Whatever you do in life, you're going to ride that shit by yourself. You're going to ride it by yourself. And don't get tricked or played out of position thinking somebody going to be there for you and all that shit ain't going to happen. And don't think you're going to go, wherever you go, don't think you're going to go down there and get educated and come back and talk about, you're going to have a bunch of money when you get out. That shit a lie. You just lying to yourself. And the reason why I say that, if you was broke when you was free, don't think you're going to go down there and do some time and get out and have money. A broke motherfucker is the last person that should want to go through any of that shit, because you're going to suffer like hell. That person should have all the sense in the world to want to stay out here free where all the money is at. Everything in society is where you need to be, especially if you broke and you homeless and you ain't got nobody to look out for you. Stay your ass out of that system and stay free where it's good at out here, where at least you can give yourself a motherfucking break, because ain't shit down there. Ain't a motherfucking thing down there. Stay free. And that's for real. Guess what I always tell people? I'd rather be broke and free than rich and going down there. Because you can't do nothing spend the same amount of money as a motherfucker in the next cell to you. How about that? How about that? Is that you? Is you still taking them chances on going out thinking you finna get rich? All the motherfucking get rich schemes and all that shit over with, man. Get your ass up and do something legit and get you some money and stay free. Get you some money and stay free the legit way. Because all that slick shit, that shit, everything slick don't slide. And that's for real. And if you think you riding or rolling with a motherfucker that's slick, that's gonna be the same motherfucker that signed that statement on your ass when you go to jail. I'm telling you, be careful, man. Be careful. There's a lot of money out here in the world, man. It's way more money than when I was hustling. It's a lot of money out here. And that's for real. But the motherfucker that's making all the money is gonna be the motherfucker that's telling on you. Because they don't want to lose what they got. They ain't gonna tell it on you in your face, nah. They gonna tell it on your ass on the cool. And next thing you know, you got a motherfucker knocking on your door. Hey, is so-and-so stay there? Yeah, well, bring your ass out here. We got a warrant for your arrest. And you trying to figure out who told it on you. Quit playing, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all know these motherfuckers out here ain't stiff. They ain't stiff. They gonna act like they stiff until them folks come around. Until them folks come around. That's why I respect that boy 448. You heard what he said? He said, I'm 37 and I knew that shit wasn't for me in my teens. Fuck jail. If everybody thought like that, guess what? We'll be good. But you got so many motherfuckers out there faking like they gangster and they want to be gangster. And as soon as the goddamn the laws come, guess what? They can go out the way they sent somebody else out. They know how they can go out. I ain't never seen so many motherfuckers that's gangster. And when the police come up, they gonna walk out the door with their hands up. What kind of motherfucking gangster is you? You ain't gonna shoot it out. You ain't gonna do none of that shit. You gonna throw your hands up and say, man, I'm coming out. Nigga, you ain't no motherfucking gangster. Nigga, you been pretending the whole motherfucking time, nigga. Quit playing. Quit playing out here. And that's for real. Ain't shit wrong with being legit. Legit is the real shit where you ain't gotta look over your fucking shoulder and worry about nobody coming to get your money. That's for real. How you gonna be gangster and you going to jail leaving your motherfucking kids out here? Come on, man. That's shit for suckers, man. That's shit for suckers. I ain't even tripping because guess what? I know somebody on here that knows somebody like that and you ain't saying shit. So guess what? Play this video to him. I'm saying it to him. Quit acting like you're a motherfucking gangster. You ain't no motherfucking gangster. I know you ain't no gangster. You ain't street, you ain't none of that shit. You ain't street. Because I'm telling you right now, half of motherfucking body that say they street, they gonna go to jail and tell it. They gonna be all they can be in the streets, and as soon as they go to that motherfucking jail, they gonna tell it. And the reason why I know, because niggas was playing street with me and went to jail, and I went to jail. And them niggas signed every goddamn paper in the book on me, and I was the youngest one. And all these niggas was older than me. And they signed state on me. The youngest nigga in the pack. The youngest motherfucker in the pack. And they signed state on me. And that's for real. Come on, man. Quit playing, man. All that street shit, that shit for the birds, man. If you ain't gonna work, and ain't shit wrong with working, All the motherfuckers I know, when my dumb ass was doing what I thought I was doing, I thought I was slick. All these motherfuckers was working. And when I went down there and did that motherfucker 25 flat and came back, all the motherfuckers is retired. So who is the fool? Me. So I'm telling you niggas, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool. If you winning now, get out. Get your ass out if you winning. If you been in the game a long time and you ain't got all the shit that you need, you ain't gonna get it. That should tell you something. If you been in the game for a long time and you ain't got all the shit that you think that you supposed to accumulate, get your ass out the way. You in the way. You in the way and your ass going to jail. And when you go to jail, it's back to zero. And I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing to do is to get out of that bitch, man. Nigga, it took an act of Congress for me to get out of that hole. I'm telling you, I had to call every motherfucking piece of help that I ever had in my life to get out of that bitch. And that shit didn't work. Still had to wait my time. So I'm telling y'all, head up. You got to head up. Get your ass out the way. Get out the way. It ain't never too late to get out the way. Save yourself some time and don't be out in these motherfucking streets hustling backwards. See, I'm laughing because it's funny. It's funny to me now. It's funny to me because I'm looking from the outside looking in and I still see these fools saying they street dudes. I still see them, but they just don't know what's ahead of their ass. And I know one thing, you can't do no half. You can't, that shit is up under the half law now. If they give your ass 35 or 40 years, that means you got to bring 20. You got to bring 20 flat on a 40-year sentence. And I know some of the motherfuckers saying, oh, I ain't worried about that. Nobody's ever worried about it until it happened. Ain't nobody ever worried about it till it's happened. And that's facts, man. But anyway, man, y'all already know when I come on there, I'm going to keep this shit 110, and I'm going to give you some real motherfucking shit you can use. I ain't going to be on there faking. I ain't going to be on there trying to say nothing slick, trying to trick you, none of that. I ain't going to do none of that shit. I'm going to tell you what's real and what's going to happen to your ass. You ain't going to make it. You ain't going to make it. And I ain't saying you ain't going to make it because somebody going to fuck with you. I'm saying you ain't going to make it because that shit down there is mental now. They got a nigga ass nailed to the cross. You nailed to the cross, man. So, man, if you ain't owning no business or trying to educate yourself to get some legit motherfucking money, you're in the world of trouble when you go to jail. You're in the world of trouble, man. And I'm going to keep saying that shit. I'm going to keep saying that shit until the people wake up. And I ain't just going to say black people. I'm talking about everybody. Yeah. And that's for real. I want to see everybody free, man. Don't leave them goddamn kids out here. Don't leave them kids out here, man. If you brought them in this world, stay your ass free and help them and help that situation get better, man. And that's for real. Because guess what? If you can't tell them nothing, can't nobody tell them nothing. And what's going to happen, they're going to go to the next person looking for some answers, and they ain't going to find them. So the end result is that shit is streets. And you don't never want the streets to raise your motherfucking kids because it ain't number one thing out there, and that's motherfucking trouble. And they guaranteed to go to that motherfucking system. And once you go to that system, it's over with. Once you go to that system, it's over with. Ain't no more, oh, that's my young son. No. When he come back, shit, you gonna be old and he gonna be old too. But the difference is he gonna be old enough to understand, damn, I fucked up. But see, understanding when he get back is too late. So set an example, man. Set the real example, man. And let me say this, man. You know what? A personal friend told me this the other day, and it had to make me understand what the fuck he was talking about, man. And that's real deal spill, man. And y'all already know I don't cut no corners, man. Shout out to my motherfucking homeboy, CEO Hockley, man. Real as they can get, man. This is what he told me the other day. He said, you know what, Wood? I hear a lot of motherfuckers on this saying that what they do it for the kids. I'm talking about these motherfuckers on this internet. When they say they do what they do for the kids, right? Listen to this and tell me if this shit makes some sense to y'all. How in the hell y'all gonna do something for the kids where you can't do the shit for your own kids? How you gonna do something for the kids when you ain't doing nothing for your kids? And tell me how that shit work. It don't work. And what I mean by that is this. Check this out. Only motherfucker that really understand this, man, is that when you do anything for your kid, it's always gonna be an inconvenience. Why? Because it's always gonna stop you from doing what you wanna do. It's always gonna stop you from what you wanna do. For an example, if you got kids, son or daughter, and you gotta leave from here to take them to school, that's an inconvenience. Why? Because now you gotta fight the traffic. You gotta drop them off at the school. Make sure they in school. You got to do all that other shit that you know you're supposed to do, but that don't mean it's an inconvenience. Why? Because it's gonna always come at a time when you doing some shit. That's what I mean by inconvenience. And it don't mean that you don't want to do it. It's just an inconvenience cause you in the middle of doing some other shit. Now you got to get away from that to go do this. That's why I said, quit falling for that shit when the motherfuckers say they doing it for the kids. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. When I'm on here, you ain't gonna never hear me saying about doing nothing for the kids. You know why? Because I'm like this. People should raise their own kids. So dudes wouldn't have to say, I'm getting on here to try to motivate the kids. I ain't doing that. I ain't trying to motivate the kids because I understand one thing. Kids nowadays are not kids. Yeah, they kids, but they kids only because of their age. But from a mental standpoint, they ain't kids, man. And the reason why I say that, because these kids will kill you. Now, when I was growing up, the kids gonna be kids. And somebody can come from next door and say, you know what, get your ass to the house. Get your ass to the house. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out running home. Terrified that they gonna get on the phone and call my mama on that motherfucking phone that you dial on. See, but you youngsters wouldn't know about that motherfucking dial phone, the one that used to hang on the wall where you push them buttons, or that motherfucker sit on that table where it got that ring on it, spin it. Nah, y'all don't know nothing about that. Them times is long gone, where you'll get your ass whooped by somebody that stayed next door to you. See, I'm from the projects for real. I'm from the projects to where I used to come out my front door, and if somebody still walk across the walk from me, when we doing bad, I can go over there and get some motherfucking sugar, get some bread, or get some butter. I'm from that era. Where I'm from the food stamp era, not the EBT shit. I'm from when they used to knock on the door and bring the government cheese. That's the era I'm from. See, that's when it was real. See, ain't no cell phone and all that texting and none of that shit. They didn't have none of that shit right there. That's when you know the shit was real. When mama call your ass in the house, you already know what you got coming. Because first thing she gonna tell you, oh, I've been letting this ass whooping build up on you for a long time. And you gonna get your ass tore up with that belt with them holes in it. They gonna run, that's what you gonna get your ass whooped with. And it don't even care where it touch you at. Wherever she feel like whooping your ass at, that's where it gonna whoop your ass at. Whether it hit you in the head or in the face, it don't matter. But you gonna get the point. And you gonna understand, you know what? You ain't running shit. But see, you can't do that now. Why? Because the CPS gonna get in your business. And all that other fancy shit. They gonna get in your business. And then they gonna come take the kids from you because you trying to stop them from doing the motherfucking wrong thing. And when that happen, here come the motherfucking the prison. So my hat goes off to motherfuckers that's trying to raise kids now, man. That shit is tough. That shit is so tough nowadays, man, because guess what? Their attention span is about this long. And they don't pay attention to shit. They don't pay attention to shit. I ran into a brother the other day, this is no lie, young brother, with a clean ass Tesla. And he had some motherfucking stems for his tie. And he trying to figure out how to screw these motherfucking stems on there to keep the chains, the tie stems to make it match his car. And I just happened to pull up. I said, man, what's up, homie? Damn, homie, can you help me with this? And I'm thinking it was some major shit. He got 4 tie stems he trying to change out. Brand new Tesla. I know his mama bought it for him or his daddy bought it for him. I take the stems and put them on there. I said, man, this shit easy, man. Just pay attention. Screw him on for me. He said, thank you, school. And I asked him, I said, let me ask this, man. You got a daddy? No, my daddy in prison. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. That's the type of shit I'm talking about right there. He left his son for whatever he had going on. And here I am going to the motherfucking store. And I'm showing his son how to change some tie stems on the motherfucking car. And I ain't never seen him in my life. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Doing it for the kids. But it's your kids. See, it ain't never no inconvenience when it ain't your kids because it's easy. You know why? Because you can do it for the kids, and at the end of that shit, you gonna go this way, and the kids gonna go that way, and it's over with. But when it comes to doing it for your motherfucking kids, them kids go home with you. And it's an inconvenience. So stop saying you're doing that shit for the kids, man. Quit that. Until you start doing the shit for your kids, don't push that shit off and say you doing it for the kids. I'm keeping it 100. Matter of fact, y'all, I'm keeping it 110. I ain't doing it for the kids. I ain't doing shit for the kids because kids ain't kids no more. Them kids will put your ass in the ground, ass Pop Smoke. 15 years old, went in that motherfucking house and shot this man. A 15-year-old. Them the kind of kids we fucking with nowadays. Kid killers. And that's real, man. And y'all know when I come on, I'm gonna keep this shit 110, man. And that's all I can do. I'm gonna come on here, keep this shit 110, and I'm gonna let you know right now, it's gonna be some kids in them streets right now that get that life sentence. It's gonna be some kids in the streets that get that life sentence. It's gonna be some kids that get that 60 years, and they mama gonna scream like goddamn it, like a scalding dog. And gonna go up there and lie and talk about how good her son was and all that shit. But she lying. She lying. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. So if you got the motherfucking kids, let that shit be an inconvenience, but raise the motherfucking kids, man, so they won't get caught in that system. That's the best I can put it. Because me coming on here or me meeting your son, telling him how much time I did and how young I was when I went to prison, man, that shit don't work. I was in a motherfucking outreach program in prison where kids came through that bitch all the time. Don't you know how many motherfucking kids I done talked to in 25 years in that outreach program? A lot of them. And guess what? I seen some of them same very motherfucking kids come to prison when I was down there and enter that same day room with me. And guess what they said? Damn, homie, you still down there? You remember me? I looked at him and said, you know what? You's a goddamn fool. You was down here with me, but you was free. And now you think it's cool for you to come sit beside me to ask me if I remembered you. You are a damn fool to give up your life for this bullshit. And I know sometimes shit happens and you gotta suffer, but it's consequences and repercussions for everything you do, man. And don't feel like I'm preaching. Fuck that. I ain't no motherfucking preaching. I'm just coming on here letting you know. Whenever I show up at the party, don't think I'm coming on here with no slick shit or no fancy shit. I ain't coming on here with none of that shit. I'm coming on here with some shit so when you leave this motherfucker from fucking with me, you know it's real. I'm letting you know I ain't trying to trick you. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. But I'm telling you, quit saying that shit about what you're trying to do for the kids or they should inspire the kids to do this. No, you should inspire your own fucking kids or your own man or your own woman. You should inspire whoever in your fucking life and try to straighten that shit out. Because when it's over. And that's real, deal, holy motherfucking fear. So man, like I say, I'm opening the day room tonight. And for those that tapped in last week, you can tap in this week. Or you don't have to tap in. Y'all know I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping on no motherfucking likes and subscribe. I ain't tripping on none of that shit. Because when I show up, I'm going to be the same person with it or without it, man. And that's for real. Real deal, man. Quit faking out here, man. Quit that motherfucking faking, man. And I don't even know who I'm talking to. It's 21 people in here. We got 15 likes, man. But I'm talking to somebody. Somebody get this shit and do something with it. And like I said, if you hustling, your ass going to jail. You going to jail. And don't say, oh, he hating. No, I ain't hating. I'm telling your ass the truth. I'm telling you what your homeboy ain't gonna tell you. If you fucking with somebody's shit or you think you getting away, no. They got motherfuckers that go to school to put your ass in jail. They got motherfuckers that go to school to put you in jail. The shit is way more advanced now, man. I mean, the shit is way more advanced now. I'm talking about this shit is way more advanced now. That's all I can say, man. That's what was on my motherfucking mind today. I ain't been on here in a minute, but I knew when I came back on this motherfucker, y'all needed some real shit. I don't know who needed this shit today, but y'all got it. So if you out here in these motherfucking streets and you faking, and what I mean by faking is worrying about what somebody else saying, about what you doing, or how you need to get it did, stop that shit, man. Straighten your own shit out and don't worry about the next person, man. And that's for real, man. And raise them motherfucking kids. That's the best I can tell you. I can't tell you no other way, man. They're yours. You do what you want to do with them. And I ain't gonna say it ain't about the kids or the future, however you want to call that shit. But But I'm telling you what I do know is this, is that the kids nowadays are motherfucking killers. The kids are killers. And the reason why I say that, they'll kill you one way or another. They will stress your ass out and have you so thin to where you will pass out. Or they'll go kill another motherfucker and you stressed out that way. Now, not all of them is like that. Some of them are good damn kids that's raised by good parents. And I take my hat off for those that put the work in. But you have to put the work in from the ground up. Because it's whatever you put in is what you get out. And that's real. It's like getting up going to work every goddamn morning. For those that get up and go to work and work that 8 hours and get that 40 hours a week, it's gonna take double that shit at home. So do what needs to be done, man. Because guess what? Motherfuckers depend on you. They depend on you to make the right decisions in their life, man. And that's real. If you make the right choices, they got it goddamn easy for the rest of their life. But when you make wrong choices, that shit affect everybody. So make the right choices. And for the motherfucking dudes that's on here, man, keep your motherfucking ass out that system. And for the women on here, or if it is any women on here, you ain't got to depend on no man to do shit. Because guess what? If you depending on him, he wasn't no man from the start. You just fucked up. You fucked up and had a baby. But you got to get out there and get it, man, because they depend on you. So raise what's yours. Don't depend on nobody else, man. Like I said, day room open at 8 o'clock, man. So anybody welcome to tap in and tune in, man. It's going to be another good one, man. Salute.